Welcome to episode 3 of the Bance Bros podcast. The last 2 weeks we have covered the NFL. First week NFC, second week AFC. So if you missed those, go back and watch those. This week we're shifting to college football. Really going to be looking at the top 25 that came out earlier this week. The AP top 25. We're also 1 week away from the first week of college football games, week 0. So maybe touch on a couple of those games as well later on. But really, we're going to start with just going over the AP Top 25, take a look at our thoughts, what we like, what we disagree with about these first rankings that have come out. So let's go right into it. At 25 on the AP poll, and really the coaches poll as well, they both have Boise State at 25. What do you guys think about that?
I want you to know, LB, I got home like 10 minutes ago, and I'm dying.
Okay, so you want me to go first?
Sure. You're gonna get like, I don't know. Boise State just seems like it's part of the right spot for them. I don't know. I don't care. I mean,
I like how much you think Boise State is just a product of like what they were last year?
That's
Or do you
what I
think
think.
you think they're
I
actually?
think they're part of last year.
That's what I was
yeah.
thinking. Like, but like also, when are they not like that range? You know?
Most of the top 25 right now in the preseason polls, especially because the AP poll and the AP poll is just a bunch of writers across the country that usually vote regionally. Usually
Mhm.
get the South voters voting for the Southern teams. You get the East Coast voters voting for the big schools and the East Coast teams. I don't really put much weight into the AP poll, but Boise State being top 25 right now is just a product of last year. They do return like a good number of players. Max Madsen's back. He's a good quarterback. They have one of the best tight ends in the country, probably top 5 tight end in the country. But like, if we're gonna be honest with ourselves, Genty was 90% of the team last year.
Yeah.
And losing him is going to be like that's the biggest loss of any team in the entire country, I think.
Yeah.
I think we saw it at the end of the year last year. That Genty was
How reliant they were on him.
Yeah.
Well, LB, are you gonna try and like throw a graphic up at some point, or not? Like when you
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't really want to have to give you my comments on every single one that you. I don't really want to read the order in reverse.
Okay.
Oh, I have them all.
Yeah.
I have it on my slides. I have the whole poll. I have like my sort of like kind of like some of my comments on it.
Yeah. I'll put it on the screen.
Okay, because then they can see it. I don't want DB to have to read. And at 24 is Tennessee.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
This isn't
And at 20.
This isn't like the top 25 release. So
Yeah.
It's not a release. I mean, we're gonna go over most of these teams.
Yeah.
But
dude, they don't.
Well, DB. So here's what I was gonna say. Like, when you see the whole thing, like some of the ones that I had on there that I think were too high are like Miami.
I think most of these teams are too high. Honestly, there's a few that I think are too low.
That's not possible.
I think about half these. I think about not half. I'd say a quarter of these teams. So 6 teams shouldn't even be on the rankings.
Okay, but like, what's like? Okay, if Boise State was 26, would you be mad? Like,
no, I think they'll still be in the Mountain West Championship game.
Yeah.
I think it's them versus UNLV again. I think UNLV honestly might be better than them this year. But
they got UNLV got votes. They got votes. I think like so for me, like I had Miami. I think Arizona State might be too high. I think that hype train's a little too big, but I like their coach and returning quarterback, so that always helps. I think Illinois is too high, even though I know they're literally returning like almost all of their roster. And then unfortunately, I think Florida's too high, and I think SMU is going to be unranked by week 5.
Well, Kansas State being ranked ahead of Iowa State, Kansas State's too high. They're going to lose in week 0. They have week 0 has a conference game, which is kind of awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be going
We get two
I'm gonna
Big
be
12
going Guinness for Guinness with them with Pat McAfee on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Getting two Big 12 teams the first week is awesome, but Iowa State's beating Kansas State in week 0, so Kansas State's too high. Most of the teams in the top 10, I don't know if you can really say they're too high or too low. Like they're mostly just nobody actually knows what's going to happen there.
I think the top 9 is good. I think Miami is like
I
actually not good. I don't know.
here's my
I'm a
thing with the
Carson Beck.
top.
I'm a Carson Beck hater. I'll tell you that for real.
Here's I don't like Carson Beck either. Based on the teams in the top 10, um, he has something that most of those teams don't have, which I was talking to Land about the other day, is that he's actually played real snaps in college football. Um, in the top 10, only 3 teams have returning starters. Um, Arch Manning is one of the most experienced players in the top 10 at quarterback, and he only started two games last year. The
Yeah.
only teams that have returning starters are Penn State, Clemson, and LSU are the only 3 teams in the top 10 ever started returning quarterbacks. Carson Beck is a transfer quarterback, so at least he's played football at the college level.
There's a few other
Ohio
transfers in there.
State,
Yes.
Georgia, Notre Dame. Dante Moore hardly played, but I guess he's played as much as Arch Manning. And then Alabama. None of those teams have quarterbacks that even played snaps at the college level yet,
Yeah, I
like
feel like
real
usually
meaningful
like
snaps.
the winners or the finalists, really the final four. Usually those teams don't have like for the
Freshman
most part
quarterbacks,
first year.
freshmen, or first year starter sophomores
Yeah,
at quarterback.
same as
Yeah,
basketball. It's just like I was telling you the other day. It's just like basketball. It's like usually for the most part the teams that go far are the ones that have like the older players or the players that have played more college.
the
Yeah.
hype is always around the high recruits, like
Yeah,
similar with college basketball. There's always gonna be a ton of hype around the high recruits. Like,
Well,
but
I guess if
nobody's
that
actually played
I guess
snaps.
with that logic, then Illinois is going to be a really really good team. Then
I think Illinois will be a really good team. I
unbelievably
think
good.
I
mm,
think Illinois is gonna be one of the best teams. I think it'll be
Oh
one
God.
of the best compared to
they'll
all
be a
every.
playoff team.
Yes, compared to every team in college football, yes, they will be a really good team. But 12.
Illinois is gonna be a playoff team, so yes, 12 is a good spot for
Oh
them.
God.
How many Big Ten teams are you gonna make the playoffs then?
That's
Because
a good. That's that's one of the questions. That's one of the questions I have for the season. Honestly, is
I got a few.
I think the Big Ten this year's. I mean, they've been the best team in the country the last 2 years. I think this year, but they're by far the best conference in the country. Um, how many teams they get in the playoffs? I don't know. 4,
Ooh,
DB, there's realistically, I think,
1,
like
2,
6.5 actual real
3,
contenders.
two,
Like not even like
3, 4,
4. I
5.
think 4 teams in the big. I think 4 teams in the top are the
I like
4 teams in the
Indiana too,
playoff.
though.
I like Indiana too. They'll be a top 25 team all year, but I don't think they will make the playoff like
I
they
don't
did last
know.
year.
I think that it's not like I wouldn't say they're not gonna make it.
it's funny
I,
because
I like them just as much as I do like Illinois. I think.
I mean, Indiana has one of the best transfers, in my opinion, in the country. They got Roman Hemby from Maryland, but they lost. I mean, I think Mendoza can have a season like Curtis Rourke had last year. I think Curtis Rourke's better than Mendoza,
I
but I
think he
think
can
Mendoza
though.
can
okay,
be
so
really good still.
DB, the week 4 game, week 4, Illinois plays Indiana. And it's at I think it's at Indiana. Wait, yeah,
Indiana.
it's at Indiana.
Yeah.
That's gonna be like the biggest game of their entire season because Indiana will lose to Oregon and Penn State,
Yeah.
and
So I
Illinois,
see what you're saying now.
yeah,
Yeah, because like if they lose to those two teams and then you keep them close, like that's not they're not gonna.
Illinois
And
plays
two losses, but you
Penn
also beat
State,
Illinois.
plays
Like
Oregon. No, they play Ohio State. I don't know. They could both lose 3 games easily.
I think they will. I think they'll
wait,
will
where
be a
do they play
3
Oregon
loss
at?
And
team.
only Indiana plays them, and it's at Oregon.
Okay, well,
My thing with Indiana
But
is I think Mendoza's really good. I think getting Roman Hemby is really big for them because I think Roman Hemby's a really good running back. But Justice Ellison and Tyson Lawton last year were like the biggest players for Indiana, even though Curtis Rourke got a lot of attention. Like their running game was so big for them, and they lost both their top 2 running backs from last year. So I think it's too big of a loss for Indiana.
But they have
Plus they lost so much on their O line,
Elijah Surratt.
including the star of Barstool's Beach House or whatever that series that Barstool's doing right now.
They have
Barstool's everywhere.
That big
receiver,
dude.
though.
That dude on Barstool's he was the guard for Indiana last year.
They have receiver Elijah Surratt that I like.
Elijah Surratt's the top 3 receiver in the conference in the Big Ten. But I still don't think they're better than Illinois.
I mean, I'm not saying necessarily they're better, but like I'm not going to say that Illinois is like that much better. Where I'm not going to put Indiana in the same conversation as them.
No, I think they're the next best Big Ten team. I said Indiana's going to be a top 25 team all year. I think they're outside of the playoff.
Yeah.
Well, if they're a top 25 team, that could still mean that they're like the 8th best team in the Big Ten.
I think they're the 4th best team in the Big Ten, or 5th best team in the Big Ten. I think Michigan fall. Michigan's up there again at 14, just like they are every year. They had They had a couple good years when they actually had that same core group of players for a consistent 3 years. But I promise you, Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards aren't walking through that door, as the saying goes.
Correct. One of those teams that always gets lucky that one of those teams that always gets lucky that they get ranked in the preseason. So like when they lose, only a few games,
you get a big win.
Yeah,
that's why these things actually matter. Just so you know, these preseason rankings actually matter.
That's the only reason why they matter, but it's a stupid reason though.
It's I know. I've been an advocate. I don't know for the last since the college football playoff has been created, and when they have been doing the poll doesn't come out until week 6. That should be the first poll of the season. You don't have to have rankings every single week. You can go 6 weeks without a ranking, and then once the college football playoff poll comes out, that should be your only rankings throughout the rest of the year. You don't need to have this AP poll that influences the college football playoff vote.
What was it, a few years ago when Notre Dame was like they were always ranked like top 10 to start the season, and then they always lose those big games, but they'd still like find a way to almost make it because
they'll be like, yeah, they still be right there.
They only play like one or two good teams a season a year, then like
yeah. The thing with the AP polls is it's tradition, and it gets people talking about the season before the season starts, so people love it. But like, I think I agree that we don't need to have it even. There's no point to it.
To be fair though, like tradition is kind of what college football is all about, though. That's kind of like
but
I think it's kind of stupid, but like tradition is kind of what makes college football what it is.
Obviously, it's not everything though, because the playoff is not much of a tradition.
No, but some things like some additions are good though. Like that's
and the AP poll should have died with. I mean, the reason we have the AP poll that goes back to before the BCS even started. The BCS rankings were different than the AP rankings too.
Yeah,
they used to be the top 2 team. Actually, before we didn't even have a championship for a long time. It was just the top team at the end of the season, and the AP poll was the national champion. So like, there wasn't even a national championship game for a long time. That's where the AP poll like actually mattered, was in the 1930s. Minnesota was in their glory days.
Yes.
Minnesota was winning their championships without even playing a championship game.
Back to back, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing Florida this year or no?
No.
It's weird you switched to Florida. I thought we were always a Tennessee family, but
I was always a Tennessee guy, but
I think Florida is the top 25 team. Speaking of Tennessee, though, I think Tennessee is one of those teams that 24 is they put 24 in there just because of recent success. That ranking will not stand for many weeks. They will be out of the rankings very soon.
I think you're forgetting about how good their defense is, but
my allergies are so bad.
No, their defense is very good, but starting Joey Aguiar in the SEC is not going to be the answer for them. After they lose by 35 to Georgia in week 3, That'll be the end of.
35 is crazy. I can't believe you said that honestly out loud.
That's only week 3. Tennessee's got Syracuse, East Tennessee State, so they'll stay at 24 for those 2 weeks while everyone else is winning their games as well. And then week 3 they play Georgia, they'll get smacked, and then be out of the rankings.
And they literally went out.
No.
Oh, their only other game they play is at Alabama and Oklahoma.
And we just talked about the other team that we just mentioned. They'll play. They're at the Swamp for Florida. That team's better than Tennessee.
Okay, for them, they're not the Swamp.
We'll see. Again, we'll see. Trust me.
And they finish the season with their in-state rival, who will beat them as well.
Oh God, DB.
Vanderbilt,
dude.
Vanderbilt and Pavia. That's in-state. They will.
I actually hate Pavia now. Just so you know that. Just so you know.
I like him even more, dude.
He was the biggest douche I've ever seen in my life on that stupid
show. No. What are we doing right now?
Did you not watch the show?
But
we did, and I love that from him actually.
Oh my gosh, he's so cocky. I don't know how his roommate does it.
It's awesome.
So obviously you've never put U.S. currency on him before.
I have put U.S. currency on him before. Trust me.
He's given this guy. He's trying to beat this guy. Part 2.
That did not go well.
He's giving me that. So like he can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. I
am saying I don't care if he makes you money. I'm saying I think he's a douche. I think he was.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Not.
He says absurd things. Like when he was on Bustin' with the Boys, he was saying absurd things on there too.
Yeah, he's absurd. I don't know.
I love that. We need that. We need that in college sports.
Yeah,
someone's got to take that role. Speaking of Tennessee though, and speaking of Pavia, I think the one thing that Tennessee did that was really good after losing Dylan Sampson is they bring in. If you were riding with me back in the New Mexico State days with Pavia, Star Thomas, the running back from Mexico State, who went to Duke last year, is now transferring to Tennessee.
Stevie.
That's a big
gap. I'll tell you one thing: no one was riding with you back those days.
Except for LB.
I was.
Me and LB on Tuesday nights watching New Mexico State, and not even have to sweat after halftime was pretty awesome.
Yikes!
That's where he made me money.
Halfway through the second quarter, and we're like, "Oh yeah, this game's over. We're good."
Mm-hmm. Was there anyone stick out in terms of like teams that you think that you wanted to be ranked, like that you think or should be ranked or whatever?
Yeah. I thought two teams in the ACC for me. What?
I thought Georgia Tech maybe.
That's one of my teams. I had 2 teams in the ACC.
I actually have in all caps ranked Georgia Tech.
I also had Louisville.
I have 2 teams in the ACC, not Louisville. I think Georgia Tech and Pitt.
Yikes.
Eli Holstein, he's also another one of those year 2 quarterbacks. I love him. I think he was awesome last year. And then Desmond Reed too.
I wish I could show you guys my tiers. Like I made that little tiers.
What's Louisville's quarterback? Is it? They got the guy from USC, right?
Yeah, they got a transfer in.
I think it was the guy from USC, the quarterback from USC. Moss.
Oh, he's not good.
Maybe he wasn't good at USC.
I wish I could show you guys my little tiers list. Because I have one of my tiers. I have is like a tier for ranked once Boise State, Miami, SMU, and Iowa State.
I like the receivers. Off.
They have the running back Miller Moss. Is he's.
I know, but
he's played before, Dylan. He's played before, so he must be good.
Like, the thing is,
he's better than all those other quarterbacks in the top.
Played before. He's played before.
I know, and like even but like I mean, I guess they had a little different team last year, but they did beat Clemson last year on the road.
Well, Clemson's gonna be so good this year.
I know there's different teams, but like those things like they transfer over, dude. I like the skills players too.
Customer or setting up a new dispenser.
That's a dub, whatever that was.
Dylan Hanley ruins the production value.
That was the add-on. ESPN.
Can't trust those things.
I will say they also play Miami and Clemson and SMU this year. So let's say Louisville beats SMU and Miami, but loses to Clemson. Like,
I think Louisville loses week 4. to Pittsburgh, and then to Miami.
That's a wash of a game. No one really
and
cares about that one.
Clemson, and then SMU. So that's 1, 2, and probably maybe Kentucky as well. So 4 to 5 losses for Louisville.
All right, so Dylan just likes to be wrong today, I guess.
That's a top 25 team potentially, though. 4 losses could be a
Yeah,
top
but like
25
you also
a lot of potential
NFL
teams. A lot of potential teams.
Not a lot. There's probably 30 top 25, 35.
And you can't say potential without Gophers. The Gophers could potentially be up there, just so you know.
I think they should be.
I have Gophers, obviously.
No, not yet. Not yet. They have to prove something.
We'll get there later.
I don't know. If none of these other quarterbacks have to prove themselves, then Drake Lindsey doesn't have to prove himself
either.
Well,
if you want enough quarterbacks to play football,
Gophers could be in there.
Tech.
Well, we didn't earn it last year. Then we didn't earn it last year.
We stole 2 games left. Stole 2 games
Tech has a quarterback that's played lots of football.
Yeah, we did. Well,
Gophers should have easily been a top 20 team last year.
We're doing Gopher talk now, or we're gonna do that later. It's just
we can do it now. It doesn't really matter. I'm just saying they are very much set up to go 10-2 this year.
As they are every year, they'll find a way to lose 2 more games though. That's the problem.
For real, this year actually though they have to take advantage of like having a chance now.
They are the A&M of the Big Ten. They should go 10-2 every year. They will find a way to go 9-3 or 8-4 every year though.
I know.
They'll always mention the top 10 half of the Big Ten.
It's always if this happens, then like if this would have happened, or this didn't happen, it's like last year I had lots of those where it's like, oh, if this happened, or
we got robbed. Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't lose to Rutgers.
That one was bad, but also like don't miss a field goal for the win.
Yeah, or North Carolina.
Don't get robbed by the refs in an onside kick against Michigan.
Which we still would go out down and score against Michigan.
Was it 9-4 last year?
Had a chance.
8-5.
Hopes are bad last year, though, too.
No, we weren't.
Wait, 8-5?
No, I'm not saying we're bad. I'm saying
I think 8-5.
We lost some bad games.
8-5 and should have beat Michigan and North Carolina for sure. Well, shouldn't say for sure Michigan, but like should have beat North Carolina for sure.
Yeah.
Michigan probably. Like that's.
Last year we lose to Penn State by 1, Rutgers by 7, Michigan by 3. Iowa's the only team that really. Iowa's the only loss by multiple scores. Every other game was within a touchdown.
We lost to Caleb Johnson by multiple scores.
Correct. 31-14.
Only game I ever left early too.
Caleb Johnson with 21 for 206 and 3 touchdowns. Averaging 10 yards a carry.
The Gophers are gonna be good this year. Yeah. And
until you know what happens.
Well, yeah.
The Gophers will be good until you see that little number by their name.
Until they get ranked.
The moment you see 22 by the Minnesota, they will lose.
Bet the opponent.
Yes.
DB, we got the Gophers got A.J. Turner though. You like that? You like Marshall?
Yes. Speaking of Marshall,
no.
Is that too soon?
Is that too soon?
I think you can still get it at under 6.5. You can still get Southern Miss at under 6.5 wins. That's the only bowl eligible. 6 wins is bowl eligible. All I have to do is go from 1-11 to 6 wins. Southern Miss would be the big.
I would do that, but my road to the glory quarterback started there, so I kind of have a connection with Southern Miss. I don't know.
It's like they brought in I think it's 22 or 23 transfers from Marshall last year.
Yep, so that means they're probably gonna be really good.
Well, yeah, they're all returning. Almost all of them are returning starters.
Yeah, you're saying bet the over.
Bet the over in 5.5 wins for Southern Miss.
Okay, you were saying under.
DB would alt bet if he could, like 10. The way he talks about them.
I would alt bet at most 7.5.
Well, so yeah, because the Marshall coach and
he brought all the players.
I will do it because he did something for me last year that was amazing. That Marshall game we bet on.
The Marshall
Braylon Braxton's actually good, but
they have the best cornerback. He brought the best cornerback in the conference with him from Marshall to SMU. He brought the best quarterback in the conference from Marshall to SMU. He brought, I don't say most of his defense. They also have almost 50 total transfers. So it's like
all of that just to lose to Louisiana Sun Belt championship.
Oh, what did they do last year?
Southern Miss?
Marshall. This is Marshall. This is Marshall's team.
I'm actually Southern Miss is the team we're talking about though.
No, it's Marshall. This is Marshall 2.0.
We're not doing that.
It's funny because the only reason he left was because Marshall wasn't going to pay him enough money, so he got mad and decided, I'm going to take the job at the worst team in our conference just to come back and beat you guys. So that's even more of a reason to bet on them, is because this is literally just a payback year. That's why he brought all of his players with him, because they all support him. They're like, oh, our coach should be getting paid the money he's deserving. He won a conference championship, so we're going to follow him to Southern Miss and go to the worst team in our conference and come back and beat you guys. So, what week do they play?
Better. Actually, I just realized this whole time I haven't been using my mic.
They don't play Marshall Marshall doesn't play Southern Miss this year. But
so he didn't get enough money, so he's going to the worst team.
Yeah,
because they were not that good to do that. You're not that good. That's not a flex.
He's doing what Jordan fans think Jordan did when he came back.
Seriously.
To be fair, his mentor coach before he became a head coach, is a scumbag.
Whatever, irrelevant.
It's the worst coach in SEC history.
It's irrelevant.
Saban?
Yeah, he was a Saban product before he became Marshall's coach.
Saban product is crazy work.
So that's where he learned that move from.
We can get the show.
Saban is completely removed from coaching now, so we're not doing Saban products anymore.
He still has his hand in Alabama.
He's got an office. He's got an office at.
He has an
office, and he has an office
in Alabama. Named after him.
I've heard from sources that he has an office.
He's closer with McAfee now. Is
that a red flag? I support that, actually.
I support it.
Yeah. Speaking of transfers, DB, I think we got to talk about Texas Tech as well.
Oh, the hype! Everyone's hype on them.
Yeah, why not?
They're the most hyped team of the offseason.
Well, they weren't that hyped because they're only ranked 23rd, but
by the people, but by College Football TikTok and College Football Twitter.
Yeah, I just saw a tweet the other day that said that they're gonna be number 1 by week 4 or something like that.
And guess what?
If that happens, we're getting a 5-layer burrito up the butt. So.
Yeah. But dude, I know on College Football Twitter there are way too many people on the Texas Tech is a top 5 team in the country, top 10 team in the country.
Well, no one actually means that, but having a number 2 transfer portal class matters. If you think that matters, because you think Southern Miss is going to be good because they got all of Marshall's transfers.
Well, they're not going to be. Southern Miss is going to be ranked.
I like Texas Tech. I like them.
There's a difference between Southern Miss winning the Sun Belt or being a top 3 team in the Sun Belt versus Texas Tech becoming a top 10 team in the country.
I'm not saying top 10. I'm just saying they're going to be.
I think where they're ranked is fine. I think right now, being the top in that 28-25 range is fine for them. I don't know if they're going to be much higher than that.
Well, it's funny because Texas Tech, I have them, whatever, but just being ranked, I like their spot. Maybe a little bit too low for me, honestly.
I mean,
if you respect the transfer portal ranking stuff, but then I also have literally Baylor, BYU, Utah, all these teams are just on the outside looking in. It just sucks that the Big 12 they're all just going to beat each other and all be 9-3 or something like that, or whatever, or 8-4.
Well, BYU, obviously, they voted on this obviously before they released this poll, because BYU, I don't think would even receive rankings without Jake Retzloff. They're 23. They're 23 in the coaches poll, and that came out before the Jake Retzloff situation.
Okay. Actually, they will still actually be good. By the way,
if they're currently projected to start a quarterback, I think that was number, what was he, 23 or something, 34.
Hey, remember last year when they were oh yeah, BYU is going to be terrible and they're going to win maybe 3 games, and then happened last year too, by the way.
I think currently BYU's projected starting quarterback, his number is he's got some double-digit number that is not a quarterback number. It's a running back number. I gotta go find that.
I don't care who wears for his number.
You can keep the best team. I care.
The best team in the Big 12 is currently ranked 22 in the rankings.
Yeah, the team that like lost like quite a few players.
They lost their top 2 receivers, both to
Yes.
what's the nickname for an NFL team that becomes a college team? That's what the Texans are trying to do right now. They're trying to become Iowa State.
Oh,
With Noel and they drafted Noel and Higgins.
yeah. Which he looked pretty good. I don't remember what day they played, but
That was
yesterday I think they played yesterday
ago, I think.
or Friday.
No, I think it was Saturday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I
Higgins
think
looked pretty good.
I think with Iowa State is their defense is very old. They have a very old defense. They also Rocco Beck's also top 2 quarterback in the conference, maybe the best quarterback in the conference. They have a top 3, top 4 running back room in the country. It's like Iowa State has a good roster still. They just need to. I mean, they need the receivers to step up. But besides that, they return a lot of players.
Yeah.
I think right now, if I was going to say the best running back rooms in the country, it's going from the top 25. Like, it's not in order. Penn State's better than them. Notre Dame is better than them.
Oh gosh, he stopped speaking.
A&M is better than them, and then Iowa State.
You like Carson Hansen?
Carson Hansen and Abu Sama, those guys are both really good. Last year, Carson Hansen kind of took over. Like Abu Sama came into the season projected to be the best running back in that team, and then by week
yeah, I know him pretty well. I know him pretty
Carson
well.
Hansen
So.
was by far the workhorse for that team, but Abu Sama was still a good running back.
Yeah, I know Carson pretty well.
Lakeville connections.
Yeah, Lakeville South connections. Trust me.
Just don't know him personally.
No, that's not personally. Just seen him from the gym before.
But of those teams I just mentioned, A&M is a team that intrigues me the most. I always fall for the bait every year. It's like we were talking about the Gophers.
I will never not fall
A&M
for
is the
A&M.
A&M is the Minnesota of the SEC, where they should probably lose 2 games every year, but they will find a way to lose 3 or 4. This year, I'm hoping they make the playoff. I think they should be a playoff team. They obviously have Notre Dame week 3.
I need to get a counter up on the screen of how many teams DB has mentioned are going to be playoff teams. I think he might be over 12 by now.
I think I've said 2 so far.
No,
So I would drop some of those teams that are currently in the playoff and projections and take them out. So I've said Illinois and then A&M. Notre Dame, Florida, LSU, South Carolina. So they currently have 5 top 25 teams on their schedule for A&M. They are better than Florida. I think they can beat. I think they'll beat South Carolina.
Where do they play Florida
at? At home.
So it's not.
At Kyle Field.
Lucky.
October 11th at Kyle Field, the middle of the season.
Okay, yep.
At home.
That's fair.
Kyle Field is. I don't know.
Honestly, I think they can beat Notre Dame week 3. It's at Notre Dame. Let's look at this.
I think Notre Dame.
5:30 start at Notre Dame. Currently, Notre Dame is a 7 or a touchdown favorite. Like, I don't know if CJ Carr is going to. I was watching their spring game, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, for Notre Dame, and I'm not buying into any of their quarterbacks that they're going to throw out there. CJ Carr.
They don't need a quarterback. They don't need a quarterback.
You can't just run Jeremiah Love and Price.
You can.
Love and Price cannot just be everything for you.
That's what the Gophers do.
Exactly. And where did we end up? 8-4.
Yeah, we should be 10-2 though.
Exactly. That's their problem. That's been A&M's problem too. But I think Marcel Reed's actually a decent quarterback, so that's an improvement.
Yeah.
I think. Again, I mean, I know the rankings matter a little bit. Like actually, I don't know what they're for, because at the end of the day, there's probably Penn State, Ohio State, Texas, Clemson, LSU, and Alabama, and then maybe, because I sort of like them, Oregon have a chance to actually win the whole thing.
I think it's even less. Yeah, I think Texas, Penn State.
Jeez, I don't know about Texas even.
Penn State.
3 teams that have a chance at winning it all.
Penn State, Ohio State.
I think there's 3 teams.
And then
I'm on a train with you. I agree with you. Like, there's like not many teams that can win it all. That's why everyone's trying to get into the playoff. Everything's just about
LSU.
playoff appearances.
I think if I was being honest with myself, or what I think, like including bias / also what I think is real here, I think legitimately it's Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, LSU.
Yeah, I think it's I think
Yeah.
Texas, Penn State, Clemson.
Well, I guess we're forgetting one team. I think, but
well, yeah,
And
the
again,
Heisman winner will be in the top
because
semifinals.
at some point in this show we were going to talk about the 13 on the ranking.
The Heisman winner is going to be in the playoff, and he will make it to the semifinals at least.
Yes.
okay.
My thing is though, if I'm being even more honest with myself, it's Penn State versus Clemson is the championship. If we're going to get to that already,
If we're doing championship, I would say it will be Penn State versus Lenore Sellers.
Penn State versus North Sellers. I
Yep.
think Penn State versus Clemson.
Hey,
I will be cheering for South
last year in
Carolina.
total defense, they were top 15.
I will be cheering for South Carolina to go that far, but I don't know if they can. If they haven't.
It'll be interesting because at some point, like it won't be. I'm not sure if it's these ones exactly, but like at some point, Penn State will have to play Texas, and Ohio State plays Clemson, or Penn State plays Clemson, Texas plays. I don't know why Georgia's ranked 5. I don't think they're gonna. I don't. Like they're gonna have to, like the semifinals will be bananas.
Correct.
It'll be SC, Penn State, and Ohio State, Clemson.
And are we gonna do? Are you thinking we're gonna have overall more Big Ten teams DB in the playoff, or
yes? I think 1, 2, 3, 4 Big Ten teams, and
that
then
seems like a lot too.
1, 2, 3 SEC teams.
That's 7.
So so there's 5.
I still have to get 5 more
locks,
teams.
and there's
another SEC team.
There's 7 at large, right?
Not Alabama. It'll be South Carolina instead of Alabama.
Isn't there 7 teams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But then, like, whatever UNLV or Boise State will be
Clemson and
yeah,
probably yeah.
So who do you think's gonna be the
honestly maybe more SEC teams actually this year?
Who thinks gonna be the non-Power 4 team?
I think there's actually more SEC teams this year. Honestly, I think the
group of 5,
the Big Ten,
group of 5, 6 ones.
Yeah,
that's easy for me.
Will it just be Boise?
I should say easy. No, there's like 5 or 6 teams I like probably, maybe 6, 7.
Probably 6, 7.
Well, seriously, like Liberty, Memphis, James Madison, Toledo, Tulane,
James Madison,
UNLV.
yes.
Dude, James Madison's good.
Yes, James Madison.
No.
Why?
I don't want them to win that. I don't want them to win the Sun Belt. I want ODU.
What do you think about East Carolina?
I want the Monarchs of Old Dominion or
the Sun Belt doesn't have a ton of like top heavy power in that conference, so they definitely have a chance to win some games.
They will win games. I want the Monarchs of Old Dominion or Southern Miss to win.
Now we got that out of the way.
On the Sun Belt. So I'm not choosing James Madison. If I had to choose a Group of 5 team right now,
Liberty has the easiest schedule in the whole like nation, so they might have a nice record.
That can also hurt you though if you don't beat anyone.
They should win all their games.
They probably should have been in the playoff 2 years ago. Liberty should have, but they didn't play anyone hard and they missed it. I don't know. I think it's probably gonna be Mountain West again, but I don't know if Boise State. I guess there's a chance that Boise State makes it again, but I think UNLV could beat them.
Yeah.
UNLV might have the most interesting roster in the country right now.
Probably not.
If you haven't looked at their depth chart,
I haven't, but I don't need to. I don't think.
Okay, well, here I'll tell you this. They bring in Alex Orji from Michigan. They have Anthony Calandria from Virginia. So their 2 quarterback options are as good as many Power 5 teams. They returned Jaden Thomas. They returned Jaden Thomas, who was awesome for them last year. Then they have a bunch of random transfers that are names people know, but somehow they aren't there. So Alex Orji, obviously, JoJo Earl transferred there. They got Justin Flo is currently projected third on. I'm not sure how he's still in college, but he's projected third at their
Let him play.
linebacker spot. He's not
Let him play.
projected to be starter. Justin Flo high school mixtape is one of the best. Like he's number one linebacker in the country coming out of high school, and somehow he's on UNLV as their third string protected linebacker.
Fell off.
Happens.
Fell off.
That team's very interesting to me. They have so many transfers too. Well, their head coach, I kind of forgot about this. That's the reason why they brought so many guys in. Their head coach is Dan Mullen. So no, he's no longer ESPN anymore. And I mean, he's obviously been a coach for Florida. He's been a coach for really good teams. Now he's at UNLV. I think that's going to be the team. That might be the team that's going to make the playoff as the group of 6 team.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
They by far have the best star power of any Power 6 team.
That's fair. I mean, I guess a lot of these we'll be able to kind of tell right away. Like I know who was it? I think Toledo plays like. Well, Kentucky kind of sucks, but they play Kentucky early. And Western Kentucky too, and then they play like nobody the rest of the year. It's yeah, I don't know. A lot of these teams just don't play a lot of like they play like. Let's see, Memphis plays Arkansas, but they don't play Army, Tulane, UTSA, and they have a bunch of easier games in the back end of the schedule. UNLV plays UCLA and Boise State, but then they play nobody. Liberty has literally the weakest schedule in the country. Oh, half of its games are against former FCS teams.
Whoa. No,
yes. Eight versus teams with less than 4 wins last year, and
FCS is better football than FCS.
And 4 of them are versus first-year head coaches.
Wait, James Madison was an FCS team at 1.2. Not very long ago either.
They should have stayed there. FCS is better.
I'm not saying, dude, I didn't say any names. I'm just saying. I'm not know who the actual schedule is. I just saw this right
here.
Coastal was an FCS team. James Madison was an FCS team. Those are good FCS team. Old Dominion has Indiana, Virginia Tech in the first 3 weeks. Then they play Liberty.
So Indiana actually might not.
And James Madison.
Did bro just spawn ODU out of nowhere in the year?
Indiana might not be ranked after week 1.
Indiana's 0-1 to start the season.
We're not doing Old Dominion right now, are we?
They are playing.
He has ties. He's biased to Old Dominion, though.
Yes, he is. Just because he played on a video game, it's crazy work.
I chose him from the video game because of.
No, you didn't.
Indiana might have the 3 easiest games of all time to start the season. Are you serious?
Because of what Old Dominion was starting.
Old Dominion, Kennesaw State, and then Indiana State. Yikes!
I just want everyone to take note of the name Colton Joseph.
Oh my gosh!
No one will take note of that.
I know you guys. I know we're talking about college right now, but
it's gonna be like Pavia Part 2, where it's like I'm talking about this guy, and then a couple years later, oh, who's this guy? It's like, dude,
you aren't that guy who like you're not like predicting stardom like that. It's not who you are. You don't do that. You can't just say everyone's name and be like, oh, yep, remember when I said this name? Nope, not doing it.
Well, luckily, Lane has more conversations with me about this kind of stuff. So
he lasted until episode 3 before I finally had to start saying stuff about DBs. DB different and DB. I used to always say.
Luckily, Lane has more conversations about this kind of stuff with me because he can actually attest to it.
While on the topic of this, I want to change the topic. For a quick
second. Here comes something. Okay, yep.
Remember that Super Bowl last year with the new Fox score bug? They updated it.
It's horrible.
They updated it, and it actually looks worse.
It can't look worse.
No, because they're instead of the initial like last year was like KC versus like Phil or PHI or whatever. Now they're doing the logos, and it actually looks worse.
I like the logos. Okay.
Did you see a picture of it?
No, of course not. But
the score bug from the Super Bowl last year was horrible.
Yeah,
can't be worse.
I just did a bunch of sports betting last weekend, or this weekend, I guess, when I was in South Dakota.
What did you bet on?
Dude, I just bet on like the baseball games that were on at the time. Like I live bet some games, and I did bet on some of the UFC fights. I think I lost pretty much all my money on those ones. I couldn't bet on Cole Sproul. GG's. Dude, I can't believe that happened. we were all watching. The whole friend group was just, dude. He got knocked on the first time, and then he actually just totally took one to, like, he just ate one to the face.
Part of the game.
I guess, dude. It was crazy.
I would never be a fan.
The last time I put money on baseball, did not go well. I put money down, and the very next pitch was a 3-1 home run for their team.
LB, did you guys hear about when Zach had that one fight to be over one round or whatever, and literally with 1 second left in the round, he gets an elbow to the side of the head and it's knocked out.
I was watching that.
Dude, he couldn't believe it. Was so funny. It was so funny. I'm so excited for college football, dude. LB, you don't get it.
I know. Me too.
I mean, So
in 6 days, DB.
Any other thoughts on the top 25 though?
No, I don't care. I think they're all losers.
I think.
Okay.
I agree. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like, obviously, a couple of those quarterbacks are gonna break out. Like, whether it's Julian Sayin, Gunnar Stockton, C.J. Carr, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson. One of those quarterbacks in the top 10 are gonna break out.
Julian Sayin has won the Heisman in every single one of my NCAA dynasties. So,
I still think I think Sayin and Keynotes are still battling too.
They're definitely not. They're definitely not battling. But
as of last week, they were. So
I just want shut up. I just want it out there before the season gets into it, so I can say I said so. I am cheering for Ole Miss and Tennessee per usual.
Okay, noted.
And the Gophers, obviously, and I think Penn State. I also like Penn State, Ohio State,
the
Oregon, and Clemson. Okay, I said it. That's the 4. I'll go with. I don't like those answers either, though. Go Tennessee, Ole Miss, and Minnesota.
The last time Ryan Day's actually taking the stance on this was August 6th, so it was 11 days ago, and the battle is still too close to call between Sayin and Keenholz.
Well, so then that means they're in a good
too close
spot.
To call. What do you mean?
Well, you know what they say about having 2 quarterbacks?
Nope, incorrect.
All right.
If you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. So
Texas had 2 last year, pretty much. So
Arch Manning started 1 game.
He played
it was not a 2 quarterback situation. He was in there for running. He did like their short distance running plays.
So he did play though. Okay.
That's not having a quarterback though. That's like saying Seth Green was the Gophers quarterback.
Hey, come on.
Just so you know,
it's not.
Graham Mertz and Lagler were going to both play last year if he didn't tear his ACL.
And look where they got Florida.
Got him ranked 15th in the preseason ranking this year. That's what it did.
Preseason rankings, yeah.
I was just gonna segue to this. What do you guys have for Heisman winner?
Dude, LB,
Lenore Sellers. I think he's 4th right now on FanDuel.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys are just.
I don't know.
Okay, these are weird.
I think it's Klubnik and Sellers.
I'm looking at FanDuel right now, Dylan, and they have him at.
I think he was 4th last time.
This is from Vegas. Let's see. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's going to be Garrett Nussmeier, and I don't think it's going to be that close.
This is 8. Is that accurate? He's 8th?
No, I think he was
1700.
I think it's not going to be Arch Manning. I think it's going to be Garrett Nussmeier, and it's not going to be close.
And
if it's not Nussmeier, I think it's going to be Kate Klubnik.
Yeah, it's going to be Klubnik and Sellers, I think.
Okay, I'm going to go to FanDuel real quick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sellers is 5th. It's on ESPN bet. It's Arch, then Nussmeier, then Klubnik, Jeremiah.
Which it should be Jeremiah Smith. He's the best player in college football. He is the actual best player. But The other ones are else quarterbacks.
Why can't I look at
on the ball too?
I don't know. Jeremiah Love is my dark horse. I think he's so good.
Top running back, obviously rated.
I think he's so good, and I think the Vikings should draft him.
I think it depends on what they go for. So I think Sellers will have the best statistical season. I think Klubnik will have the best stats on a top 2 team. So if they go for if winning's like a big factor this year, which you never know, that changes like every year what they actually look for. I think it's Klubnik or Sellers for me.
I think it's going to be Lenore Sellers, obviously, but my second pick would be Garrett Nussmeier. I think
He'll have probably.
It's weird. LB does this Lenore Sellers thing, and then wants to do all this chomp like won't back down stuff, as if DJ Legway isn't an option.
Again, that's not necessarily why I root for Florida. Nothing to do with the players or the team, actually.
It's all for the aura.
I just love the swamp.
It's all for the aura. Yeah, they said aura.
Yep.
LB doesn't actually like the players on the team. He's like,
I mean, I'm not against their team, but like, for example, like Anthony Richardson, I wasn't a fan of him.
No, shouldn't have been.
Or like
should have been.
But did I love the swamp? Yes. Was I chomping? Yes.
LB will chomp. He'll chomp.
I mean, Kyle Pitts was awesome in college, and this is his breakout year, so that's something for Florida.
I know. I have the 4th pick in my draft, and I hopefully falls to me.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, he's probably going to go 1, but
there's a chance he falls to 4.
Yeah.
Not much. Unlikely, but yes. It's just gonna be so okay. I don't think. Yeah, I'm just so excited, LBs. I'm so excited.
You know, I'm shaking, dude.
Yeah, I think that's good for the top 25.
Yeah, they're all losers pretty much.
Looking at next weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say pull up the.
Iowa State. First game of the day, Iowa State, Kansas State. I want Iowa State to win that. I think they will.
+3.
By the time the game is over, hopefully we'll have had 25 Guinnesses, or Guinea, as they might say in plural.
Ooh, see.
The other game that is interesting is I might take my first big upset of the.
Wait, so
it's not really a big upset if you're just looking at the team names, but based off the odds, I think Sam Houston could beat Western Kentucky. WKU is -10 right now. I think Sam Houston could beat them very easily.
Are you gonna? But like, would you put Sam Houston down for like +340 or just the 10 points?
To money line.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna take Iowa State money line. Other than that, I'm not too confident in anything else, I guess.
When you get some bad games, like
I usually tail you for college football, which maybe
I'm not tailing DB.
I won't do. I'll do Sam Houston 10 points maybe, but I'm not sure if I.
Dude,
DB hates money, dude.
No, I'm not betting on Sam Houston, unfortunately.
You bet on baseball.
Dude, that's so much.
It was being played while I was betting. It was fun to watch.
No, and then you can go bet this weekend then.
Well, I would have bet other things if I could. I wouldn't if
DB doesn't understand that.
This was the only available thing. I would bet that.
DB doesn't understand that. I actually win so much more money from betting those kinds of games than I do from betting Georgia, Alabama. Like when I'm betting SEC games, it's like
once Maction starts.
I'll bet Maction.
Well, then we'll have our group. We'll have our little group chat.
Maction.
I will bet Maction. I promise you, I will.
I do see that next Thursday though, following Thursday, Boise State might start off 0-1.
Yeah.
We got USF, and I think if Brandon Winton plays, could get ugly.
Could, but unlikely.
Brandon Winton, watch out for him.
Yep, he's my player to watch the year. Brandon Winton.
We need to tell NCAA football to put.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's not in the game, or like he wasn't in the dynasty. I'm pretty sure someone took him off my team, but
Wasn't me. I'll tell you that.
South Florida. Byron Brown's still back.
Byron Brown, dude.
Random.
Random.
Well, is there any other like teams or players that you guys got?
No. I know that I hate Wisconsin and Iowa.
Yep, we hate Iowa and Wisconsin too.
I think, like, by the middle of the season somewhere, I think we'll see Auburn in the rankings. I think we could see Baylor in the rankings, maybe USC in the rankings. Those are kind of the only teams I wanted to mention. I think SMU will be out of the rankings. I think Miami sucks. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, SMU will be out when Louisville beats them.
Losing for Shark Smith is too much for them.
Yeah, I think we went over all the teams that I want to talk about.
I think out of the rankings, yep, look for Michigan, SMU.
Drop out?
Yes.
Okay.
Indiana, maybe.
Nope.
Tennessee for sure.
Yeah, that's all. I'll stop you. Actually,
I've heard enough.
Okay.
Tennessee for sure.
It's gonna be hard for Indiana to drop out when they only let up like 10 points a game.
I mean, I said at the beginning that I think they will be a top 25 team, but I think potentially they could drop out as well. They're a French team for me.
Let's wrap this thing up. I'm getting tired.
All right, so to do the draft.
I need a shower. I'm sick.
All right.
I went first last time.
So for our draft, we are going to be drafting. Taking a little bit of a shift here from what our discussion just was. We're drafting Disney Pixar movies.
No,
all
animated
movies, because specifically between Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks.
Yeah, so this is a conversation that Bances we're having this week about which studio has the best animated films. I think it's Pixar.
DreamWorks.
Okay, again, I was never saying Pixar wasn't first, but it's just the fact that you were so confident that Pixar by far.
It is.
Money does. LB, my top 5 has one Pixar movie on it. Just so you know.
See, now you're taking too far. You take too far now. Now you're taking it too far.
I'll win this draft then. That's easy. Okay. I mean,
you understand? Okay. Oh,
I'm confused. Also, is it a draft or am I just giving you top 5? Because if you take mine, I'm gonna be pissed.
We're drafting.
No. Draft.
Oh, great. So can I go first then?
Well, based off your
rankings last time, so at
least give me the first pick then.
Based off your rankings, I have maybe one of your picks. I'm taking all Pixar, I think. So.
Okay, well then give me the first pick so I know I at least get one.
Okay, and
all right, we'll
again, when everyone's like, "Oh, Dylan's list is awesome," but people got to actually watch the movies too. If no one's watching my movies, it's like
that's how I feel about mine, dude. No one's actually watching my movies.
I won't spoil.
No one's actually watching my movies.
But they should be. Yesterday you were like, "Oh, only what was it, Lion King and Shrek are the only ones that deserve." But you weren't talking about
I didn't do DreamWorks, by the way.
I didn't bring up the Croods. Correct. I didn't bring up the Croods, dude. I didn't bring up the Croods. No.
The Croods is good. I'm sorry, but okay.
We're not doing the Croods is good. I'm just saying, I didn't do DreamWorks, just so you know.
There's 2 good DreamWorks movies.
I'll put you on now. I'll put you on.
Okay, I'm just saying I didn't know we were doing DreamWorks. I thought we were doing Disney/Pixar because they're kind of combined.
Yeah, we can do okay. We can do that, but I'll just can I just put out my DreamWorks movies first,
Please inform the viewers about what DreamWorks.
Remember, this
it's
one of the greatest trilogies ever.
Shrek and Madagascar.
Kung Fu Panda has one of the best trilogies ever. I know they have a 4th one now, which sucks, but those first 3, awesome. Madagascar, amazing. Shrek 2 might be one of the best sequels ever.
Shrek is
How to Train Your Dragon, great trilogy. Okay.
Shrek is a Mount Rushmore. That's fair, but
thanks for sharing your DreamWorks.
How to Train Your Dragon, dude, is so good.
Something like that. Definitely a movie of all time. For sure.
Hedge?
That is for sure a movie of all time.
Dude,
just a movie of all time.
TB is actually hating right now. That's for sure.
I think I've.
Yeah, well, Christian was probably 15 when that movie came out, so it's probably a little bit.
There it is, classic.
Man, what does Barnyard belong to? What's Barnyard belong
Barnyard, I think it was Sony or something, or Columbia,
This mic not even
or Paramount.
last the whole
Well,
fucking show.
it wasn't any of the main three, I don't
to?
think.
What about Open Season?
That was Sony or Columbia or something like that. It was random.
Those are good ones. Those are good ones.
Barnyard might be DreamWorks actually.
Those
Anyway,
two
let's get to Disney Pixar draft. Okay, Christian wants to go first.
I get first pick.
You can do reverse age.
Yep, I get first pick.
Okay.
Okay. Lion King, easy.
Yeah, that's undisputed, like the best.
Dylan, don't say it. That is undisputed.
That's number 2.
It's undisputed. No, it's undisputed.
I'm saying both.
Okay. What's your no?
Right.
What's your one, buddy?
The actual best is Toy Story.
Yikes.
And if we're being specific, I'll take Toy Story 1.
So you're not taking the best one?
Yeah, then I think the best one.
I'm not taking Toy Story 3, dude.
3?
4.
2?
4.
No, dude, I'm not taking Al's Toy Barn. Sid is a much better villain than Al's Toy Barn.
Zurg?
Dude, it's Toy Story 1.
Was Al even the villain in that movie? It's the what's his name?
It's Al. He's the one that kidnapped them. He's the one.
Yeah, but it's the like.
Has the best ASMR. He has the best ASMR scene of all time.
Okay, yeah, I suppose in that sense, yes, Al. Okay. Regardless, Toy Story 2 and 3 are probably.
Is the scene of them getting repainted and restitched up, is that considered ASMR?
I think that's the original ASMR. All right. Okay. Well, the thing is, Christian took my one.
No, obviously, that's why I wanted the first pick because I know Lion King's undisputed.
My first, I'll go Cars.
Cars 1, obviously, a good one.
Cars 1.
Okay, back to you, Lan.
Oh.
I want you to know that was not on my list because I'm not.
Too old for that one or what?
CB, dude.
Nope.
Lan, you're good. That was a good pick. Next.
Okay. Dylan already took a Toy Story franchise movie, but like I'm gonna go Toy Story 2.
All right, that's fair. Here's where people start getting like questioning me, but Ratatouille.
See, I'm not gonna question Ratatouille as a pick, but
I'm gonna question that. Bro,
Ratatouille's so good, dude.
Okay, Dylan, but like,
you watched Ratatouille more than once?
Yes, that's honestly the one I watch the most nowadays.
Oh
God! If I go rewatch a Disney movie, it's always honestly Ratatouille, or the one I'm gonna pick later in a little bit. But
I did watch a Pixar movie last night. I'll tell you this: I almost took it at 1. No, I didn't take it at my first 2, but I could have. Okay, Christian, you go.
I'm gonna slide some things around because I'm not gonna take a Toy Story movie now because you guys already taken them. And I have no problem doing this. At 2, I'll take Tangled.
you cannot clown us anymore.
Okay, I'm very pro Tangled, but oh my gosh, there's so many better Disney movies out there right now. Especially if we're talking soundtracks too.
I watched Tangled the most probably.
Okay.
And that might be I don't know. I watched it's watched at Shakopee by a lot.
I just want to make sure it's clear that I like Tangled. I'm a Tangled fan.
No, it's decent.
I'm looking at my list right now. Just the Disney ones.
Not top 5 princess movie.
I think the rest of mine are all princess movies.
Just princess movies might be top 5.
Yeah, it's not even top 5 princess movie. I'm saying.
It could be 5.
Close, maybe first 5. All right, so I have Toy Story 1. I have Ratatouille.
I got the rest of them, so it's fine.
Oh, here's where it gets difficult, but there's 3 that I want to go. I'm doing all Pixar, by the way.
And DB will. Oh my gosh, DB different.
All right. I'm going Incredibles.
Yeah. Honestly, it's made my life easier for my next pick. So.
How many we're doing? Top 4 or 5?
Wait, do I not get to do? Do I not get to go snake?
Oh, you only took Tangled. That's the only one you took.
Yeah.
Okay, were you gonna go Incredibles?
No, I was gonna go Moana.
Okay. Moana?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Christian. Again, that's what I say. I'm
Moana's
a
better
I'm
than
a
Tangled.
Moana fan. I'm a Moana
Moana's better
fan.
than Tangled. Moana's better than Tangled.
I'm just
too.
telling you. Hey, I'm just reporting the news of what I watched, of what I've seen the most probably.
Okay, yes, because in your classrooms you're watching these movies with your kids, obviously, but like you gotta go back and watch them.
That's because they were children in 2013. So like these are like their era movies. He's only picking
Yeah.
movies from the 2010s and 2020s.
Okay, DB. Well, we'll finish this first, but then
All right.
I will enlighten you guys on what.
Wait,
how
are we
this
doing
actually
4 or 5?
works.
Are we doing 4? We usually do 4, I think, right?
Okay. Well, I have Incredibles.
5.
Let's do 5. All right, I have
5?
Incredibles.
Okay.
Pick 3 for me.
Okay, then I guess I makes my life easier. I will go Mulan.
Ooh, you took one of mine now.
And you didn't. So that was one of yours, and you didn't pick it over Moana and Tangled. Ugh. And then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stick with Disney. I'm gonna go Aladdin.
That's my other one. Perfect.
Again, that's
Those
one
are
of your
both
picks. And you
better.
didn't pick it over
Those are
Moana
both
and
better.
Tangled.
Perfect. Ellie just took my last 2 picks.
Yeah, well, it's better than your. You could have had those last 2 whenever you wanted, or your last 2 picks whenever you wanted, but you skipped over Mulan and Aladdin's crazy to me.
Christian,
No, it's fine. Don't worry.
like Moana would have been. I would have thought about it for my 5th pick, maybe. But like,
Don't say maybe like that. That's crazy. Okay.
Moana is in my top 10. I'll say that right now.
Moana's better than Tangled for sure. I love Moana. All right, my next pick. Sticking with Pixar movies.
On purpose, or like, are you doing this on purpose, or do you feel this way?
I feel this way.
Oh God.
Inside Out.
Oh,
It's so good.
we watched that one at school.
Yeah, well, it's a psychology one for you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
again, I will. I'm not gonna hate on that one. I like Inside Out, but it's good. It's good. I just think I think Dylan's Pixar. All those movies you picked are really good, but I think you're just forgetting how like special the Disney soundtracks are.
That's the only thing I'm missing right now is soundtracks. But story wise and like animation and visuals,
I would say that, but the
I love these.
Pixar animation is good, but the new animation style is not good.
Inside Out is like when it started to fall downhill. That was like the last. Yeah.
Okay, so I get to pick 2 now for my last 2.
Your last 2 picks, Stevie.
Yep.
I will go Tarzan.
Wait.
Did
You've picked 4 already, right? Haven't you?
Yeah, that's my 4th right there.
Oh, okay. Oh, Tarzan. Good pick. That would have been a great second pick, by the way.
Tarzan. My last one. I'm thinking of. I'm gonna do one Pixar movie then. And what would it be? Do I like Monsters Inc. better than Monsters University, or do I like Monsters University better?
Monsters Inc., dude.
I think Monsters University is kind of funnier, honestly. I don't know.
Dude, Boo though. Boo is like the cutest person in any movie.
Jeez. Yeah.
Monsters Inc.
Sure.
is so good.
Yeah, I'll go Monsters Inc. then. I was gonna go Hercules maybe, but I'll do
Hercules is more of your time. More of a movie from your time.
We'll do Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. Finally.
The Sully and Boo relationship is like one of the best.
Okay, I'm doing that.
Our Disney movie.
Is our draft over?
Nope. My last pick. Lane has the last pick of the draft.
Oh, okay.
My last pick is Wall-E.
Jesus, I hate that movie.
I love Wall-E.
Wall-E's good, but I just can't believe Dylan went 0 Disney movies. There's still so many good. I have actually the worst spot here. I'm the last pick. That's like the worst because I have so many.
Oh wait, there's like 160 movies to choose from, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I made the number up. That's like 120 or something like that.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go
Actually,
off.
less.
I'm gonna go off the beaten path a little bit here and go off of
like 60.
my personal favorite Disney movie is
Brother Bear.
Brother Bear.
I knew it.
Dude, Brother Bear is so good.
Respect Phil Collins.
Here's the final debate: Brother Bear or Tarzan soundtrack for Phil Collins?
Tarzan.
Closer than you think. I think.
Here's the thing: Tarzan for the total soundtrack, but the best song is "On My Way."
Okay, I'm gonna explain it to you guys how this works now. So, if you and that's what people don't always listen to this stuff. Like this isn't on IMDb or anything like that, but when you look at like audience scores and critic scores and stuff like that, I don't do critic scores because they're always the worst. I do audience score. It is ranked as follows: Toy Story 4, Coco, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Toy Story 1, Aladdin, Zootopia, Frozen 2, Big Hero 6, and Monsters Inc. That's the top 10.
Okay.
Hey, can you go?
Let me say something about
Can you
that.
repeat that first one again?
Toy Story
Yeah.
4.
Okay, let me say something.
That's just audience score.
Earlier when we were talking about the Toy Story movies, which one we're gonna take, I was gonna say Toy Story 4 better not it should just be dropped from everything because that's the only movie I've ever actually left the theaters and been mad about what I just watched.
Okay, well, when Toy Story 4 came out, you probably drove yourself to the theater, so therefore
I
you
did.
don't
I
need
was
to be. So
it was my
therefore, you don't
senior
need to be at Toy Story 4.
it was my senior year of high school, but the
If
ending
you
of Toy
flip,
Story 4
it goes reverse order. If you flip it to critic score, it goes Toy Story 1, 2, 3, and 4.
good because Toy
But
Story 4
audience score is different, and
Who
I'm an
liked that?
audience
Woody
score guy.
Woody leaving all of his friends to go live with Bo is like the actual worst thing that ever happened in a movie.
Again,
ever.
hey, I'm supporting the news.
They flipped the entire message of all the Toy Story movies was ruined in Toy Story 4.
Especially after the ending of number 3.
Never leave your friends behind and always move like go with them.
Just so you guys know, Snow White has now eclipsed $1 billion in box office revenue.
Like the original?
It just says 1937, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
It's pretty
Box
good.
office revenue, $1.02 billion.
Took them almost 100 years, but
Got there
It's
eventually.
crazy.
that's
Coco
weekend for
might be the highest rated thing for both like critic and audience. Like that's kind of crazy.
Snow White.
No, Coco.
I like Coco, but would I put it at
People love
2?
Coco.
Not even close.
But also, I want you guys to know in the top 10, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 Pixar's, 6 Disney.
Okay, and I just want you to know that if we would have done DreamWorks with this, I would have had Kung Fu Panda and Madagascar and How to Train Your Dragon and Shrek 2.
So unfortunately I'm Team Disney.
All right, let's wrap this up. So hopefully you guys
I'm so tired.
Watching. If you guys have any opinions about best Disney movies, if you have any opinions about top 25 rankings or who should win the Heisman, let us know. Then we can actually have some more discussions about this in the future.
I wish I could have shared more about my Dakota trip, but that's federal. So,
but we'll get to that next time. Thanks for listening today, guys. And we'll be back next week.
Good night.